January 3rd, 2019. The gentleman from Texas, Mr. Green, is recognized for 60 minutes as the designee of the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, and still I rise, and I'm here for a special purpose, and I shall not deviate from the cause that has brought me to this podium tonight. But I do assure you, there are things that have been said that at an appropriate time I will respond to. Tonight I rise to call to the attention of this House H-Reg 1014, encouraging the celebration of the month of June as LGBTQ Pride Month. And I want to thank the many original co-sponsors of this resolution. There are 60. I'd like to thank the Human Rights Campaign for the work that it has done to help us construct this resolution. I'd like to thank the Center for Transgender Equality, the Equality Caucus, and Dignity Houston. I rise tonight because 51 years ago, the Stonewall riots in New York heralded in the beginning of the end of a shameful period in our history. Because 51 years ago, Madam Speaker, in June 1969, police raided Stonewall Inn, a gay bar in Greenwich Village, New York, causing a civil uprising and clashes between the police and thousands of protesters. Those historic events catalyzed a generation of activists who birthed a civil rights movement for LGBTQ equality. I rise tonight because I am an ally of the LGBTQ plus community. I rise tonight because I didn't get here by myself. There were people of all stripes who made it possible for me to stand here in the House of Representatives. I rise tonight because 51 years ago, being gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender was illegal in most states in this country. Another way of putting it is this: it was illegal to be who you were in this country. 51 years ago, no federal or state laws existed to secure the rights of lesbian and gay people to live openly in a relationship with their partner. 51 years ago, no law precluded even the most overt discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. 51 years ago, our legal system afforded LGBTQ plus persons no protections under the law to live free from discrimination in employment, housing, in finance, in education, or in health care. I rise tonight because 51 years ago, there were few openly gay politicians or public figures in this country. And I'm honored to say that the Honorable Barney Frank, whom I served with in Congress, has been and continues to be a part of this resolution. Each resolution that I have sponsored has honored the Honorable Barney Frank, member of Congress from 1981 to 2013, and recognized him as an honorary co-sponsor of this resolution. I rise because 51 years ago, being openly gay was a finable offense, a crime in many federal agencies, and a per se bar to obtaining a federal security clearance. But today, thanks to the resolution and thanks to the revolution that began this month, 51 years ago at Stonewall, I'm proud to say that several openly gay persons serve proudly on my congressional staff. I'm proud to have them, and I'm proud of the work they do. And today, I'm even more proud that as of last Monday, when the Supreme Court decided Bostock versus Clayton County, each member of my staff and all LGBTQ persons in the United States of America now enjoy the same legal protections against employment discrimination as all other persons, without regard to sex, sexual orientation, or gender identity. In that historic 6-3 decision, the Bostock Court resoundingly affirmed that the prohibitions of Title VII bar all discrimination in employment on the basis of sex, including sexual orientation and gender identity. Today, we recall the painful, bloody, and often deadly toll of the 51 formative years between Stonewall and Bostock. Today, we remember each LGBTQ plus victim of discrimination, violence, prejudice in the intervening years, 51 years I might add, who was shut out, subjugated, or even killed. Today we mourn each one of the Black transgender women who have been murdered in this year alone. And today, with consideration of this Pride resolution, we continued the tradition that I began as an original sponsor of Congress's Pride Month resolution. I am proud of how far we have come as a nation in our struggle for full LGBTQ plus equality. And in this season of Pride, it is fitting to celebrate that remarkable, hard-won progress. But today I also recognize that although we have come a long way in 51 years, we still have far to go. Today we must ensure that full inclusion for LGBTQ plus persons does not take another 51 years or even 51 weeks. It is now time that we must complete the march toward full legal equality for all persons without regard to sexual orientation or gender identity. So today I call upon the Senate to take up and pass the Equality Act H.R. 5 without further delay. I'm proud to be the original sponsor of this resolution. I'm grateful to all who have become original co-sponsors. It is not too late for persons to co-sponsor the resolution, and I would beg that persons would do so. So now, having finished my comments on the Pride Month resolution,